Finally, the Detroit Lions have taken care of the Seattle Seahawks. The last 3 years, each game's been a shootout, and last night's game was no different. It was a great football game. Played against two good football teams. Both teams are 3-1 now. That was a huge win against an NFC opponent. So later on in the season, when we get into seeding, this is a huge win. This win may come back later in the season and look really good. The Seahawks, though, they're a good football team, and they never go down without a fight. We've learned that the last 3 years, man, and it was just Geno Smith. Every time we play the Seahawks, he just looks like really good. He looks like he could be a top 5 quarterback. And I don't know if it's necessarily Aaron Glenn's scheme, but Geno Smith really excels and going against man coverage, but they also threw the ball 56 times. So I'm going to take the 395 yards with a grain of salt. And no, that doesn't necessarily mean we took away their rushing attack. They still rushed it for 19 times. And Kenneth Walker had a really good football team, really good football game, but they threw it 56 times. So there's going to be times where Terrion Arnold and Carlton Davis and Kirby Joseph in the secondary get beat a little bit. But we'll talk about the defense in a little bit. And the Seahawks dominated the time of possession. They had the ball majority of that football game. So to only give up 27 points in 35 minutes that they had the ball, I'll take that all day, every day. Now let's talk about the offensive side of the ball. Finally, we had an offense explosion, something we've been waiting for throughout the first 3 weeks of the season. It finally happened in week 4. We were worried about the offense. I'm not going to lie to you guys. A lot of us were worried about the offense. We were worried, is Jared Goff, do we pay Jared Goff too much money? Now is he too scared? Well, that got debunked last night because he went 18 for 18, had 1 touchdown and 295 yards, and he played really solid football, didn't turn the ball over. Our offense runs through David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. That's why I was getting super frustrated through the first couple weeks of the season when we would get away from the run game. If we pound the rock, that's going to open up the play action. Once the play action opens up, that's where Jared Goff really excels, and I'm really excited. Not excited, but I'm really pumped the way the game plan went yesterday. You pounded the rock, that set up Jared Goff's play action. Once the play action got set up, Jared Goff was able to get into a rhythm. And what really pumped me up was you finally got JMO on a crossing route. I've been wanting to see JMO on a crossing route just to see his speed open up forever, ever since we drafted him. If you get JMO on a crossing route, he's capable of taking that 80, 70 yards, whatever he took it last night. That's what JMO's capable of with that speed. So I don't understand when we're trying to always throw it to him deep or throw him on a little screen pass. Let's get him on a 15-yard drag route and watch him take it to the house like we did last night. That was awesome. The Sun God, what do you got to say about Amon-Ra St. Brown? Touchdown pass to Jared Goff with a little Philly special. Caught a touchdown. He's blocking. JMO's blocking. I thought Tim Patrick looked really solid. And let's talk about Coyote Awashika filling in for Frank Ragnow at left guard, moving Graham Glasgow to center. I thought our offensive line didn't miss a beat, and that's what set the tone. And that run by David Montgomery where he trucked Devon Witherspoon and ran 70 yards to start the half. That's what was like kind of frustrating about last night. We were so explosive that we were scoring so fast, and then that led our defense to be on the field for so long, and Seattle was driving the ball. Their time of possession was way up, but we were also just scoring right away. And that was like, God, can we just kill some clock right now so we can keep Geno Smith and that high-powered offense again off the field? Man, their offense is high-powered every time they play against us, and it was super frustrating. Now let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. You guys, like I said, can complain about Terrion Arnold and you can complain about Carlton Davis all you want, but I'm not going to sit here and complain about those two. When you get thrown against 56 times, there's going to be 10, 15 plays where you're probably going to be out of position or the wide receiver is going to beat you. I thought other than that, those two played really solid games, and I thought the officiating was terrible for them. How was that holding when DK Metcalf's running right at you, running you over? Same with that play where Tyler Lockett got held by Terrion Arnold. And the pass interference calls, man, they're so ticky-tacky. I don't understand why the defender has no right to the football, just like the offensive player does. He's not impeding him. They're both going for the football. Stop throwing the flag. And the rest were really upsetting me because that's a lot of the time last night where I thought that's why Seattle was able to hover around in the game. It would be 3rd and 12 and we get like a phantom holding call or we get a pass interference call. Why aren't you calling it that tight on the other side? We got to stop playing with our hands. But other than that, man, I thought the linebackers were a little bit of a no-show last night. Rodriguez played really good, but I thought the linebackers needed to step up a little bit. They kind of let Kenneth Walker run all over them, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I thought the linebackers really struggled yesterday, but they have to play a little bit better. And I'm sure they will. This bye week's coming at a good time. Alex Anzalou was coming off a concussion, and That was the first game where I could really say the linebackers weren't really a factor, but I thought the defensive line played really solid. I thought Levi Onwuzurike had a really good game. Aiden Hutchinson didn't get a sack, but he was pressuring Geno Smith all game long. And I thought DJ Reader, he got a sack, and I thought he's playing really solid. Lee McNeil, that defensive front played really solid without missing Marcus Davenport, but it is evident that we do need another pass rusher. I'm curious to see what this Detroit Lions team does throughout the bye week to address that position of need. Let me know what you guys' comments are, thoughts about the game in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys soon into the next one. Peace.